Hello YouTube. This is my first video in a while. You know, I'm kind of like that. I think I get sort of enamored with something new, a new toy, and then I get bored. Um, my schedule's a little freer, a little freer. So, and I'll talk about that at some point. However, I did want to come back on. I know that I said that I would review The Amazing Atheist book, and that's like an old cycle now, so I'm not going to do a full-length review. Unless anyone's interested. I just want to say, though, that I read it as a first book, and that generally when I read a first book, one of the things that I'm asking myself is, would I read a second book? And I have to say, well, yeah, I would actually read a second book by him. And it's not that I necessarily agree with everything that he said or wrote, actually, that he wrote, but I don't have to. And the thing I guess I liked about the book, one of the things I liked about it the most, is that it didn't really ask me to agree. It wasn't like an argument. He wasn't trying to change my mind. It just was what it was, and I really respect that. As a writer myself, I respect that kind of having the balls to just say, "Ah, fuck it, I don't care, like it or don't like it." So there's that. Other things, I've been watching a lot of the drama. I don't know how you can avoid it watching some of the channels that I watch. Oh, I'm smoking. I've been technically trying to cut back. Not doing very well. Although this is my first smoke today. Somewhere out there, Tobacco Farmer is able to eat because of me. I feel pretty good about that. Anyway. Drama. A whole lot of fucking drama. And mostly I just don't care about it. It's good entertainment for me. Mostly it seems like a lot of conversation with people who have like pre-existing issues. So I'm not going to get too involved in that. There are some interesting, like, and it's kind of interesting because the discussions though seem very, very circular in that you've got, Christians like Jesus Freak 777, who I don't subscribe to, but I do watch sometimes. And then you've got other folks who are saying that they're atheists or claim to be agnostics, or they're claiming to be theists. And I just kind of feel like, yeah, okay, I've heard all that before. It's interesting, but only because a lot of you who are engaged in these conversations are sort of speaking out things that I tend to think about. But that's just it. I just sort of think about it. I don't like to talk about it a whole lot. However, I will if anyone actually gives a shit. Not that I think anyone will. Been watching a lot of Bella Bella, and I really like her stuff. She's from Croatia, and she cracks me up, makes me laugh on a fairly regular basis, and it's a good laugh. It's not like laugh like like I'm making fun of her, but laugh like because I really appreciate her sense of humor and her take on things. And one of the conversations that sort of has been coming up is this issue of labels and words, and what does it mean anything to say if you're an atheist? Does it mean something if you say you're an anarchist? And the thing, I guess for me, being a writer, I think that words are very important. In fact, words are really the only thing, because words can become action. But when you have labels like anarchist or atheist, they're a little abstract. And I guess the issue that we have is that we tend to assume, like if I say I'm an anarchist, then somebody out there, and Bella's talked about this, somebody out there is going to assume that they know what that means, or they're going to assume that they know what I mean by that when I say that. And I think having the discussion about what these words, this language means is very important, because I think most arguments happen because of a different definition and terminology. But so that conversation is really interesting to me. When it comes to religion, I'm a recovering Protestant. Which means that basically I think that organized religion is a bunch of bullshit. And if that is what God is, then we'll draw your own conclusions. But officially I label myself as an agnostic, which only means that I'm just sort of, querying, and I'm, whatever. That's what I do, actually. I just ask a lot of questions. That's what I do when I teach. And at some point soon, probably next week, I'm going to be talking about teaching. Only because lately I feel like the thing that I got into teaching for, the things that I like about higher education, I teach college level writing, freshman writing. The things that I got into it for no longer exist, or maybe weren't there to begin with, and I was just deluding myself, which is not outside the realm of possibility. If you know me at all, you know that I am always not far away from some form of self-delusion. So, at least I'm very good at it. I can see what I want to see, and I'm perfectly content that way. So, but at some point I'm going to talk about that. There's some serious bullshit going on, and it's not money. Like, I know a lot of people in education complain about the paycheck. I've had worse jobs where I worked way harder physically and made far less money. And while, yeah, you know, maybe I could be earning more money, I'm not really upset about the money that I make. I'm pretty content that way, because money is not really the thing that drives me anyway. But there's some other shit that may or may not be interesting to talk about. But I think it is important, because I think with the changes in education, I think are a reflection of cultural shifts and cultural changes. And I'm not sure, like, it's the whole chicken and egg conversation, which came first. But I'm going to talk about that next week. My intention is to post on Thursdays. My schedule is shifted around so that I'm home 2 days a week, Tuesday and Thursday, so that I can write and so that I can do YouTube. I really love smoking. It's tragic because I should quit. I know I should quit. But it tastes so fucking good. So I'll talk about that stuff next week when I have a chance to sort of think about it, and put things together in a more coalesced form. I'm going to start scripting a little bit better than my earlier postings, which are a little frantic and not well organized. So if you're listening, thank you for listening. I had some people subscribed, and I'm not really sure why. I'm glad that you did. It's nice that somebody is listening. And if you would like to video me back and ask me, questions, we can talk. I'm kind of new to the YouTube thing. Like, I've been watching it for a while, but I'm kind of interested in talking to people, essentially. So that's all I got. This is Mick, the Buzz Monkey, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.